He's not really putting blame to his calling. I think it is a matter right now of a couple of individuals like needing to step up more. And yeah, I mean, well, let's talk about this pistol first because there is a lot more to discuss about these two lineups.
Lige on the receiving end of the catwalk push. TeSS and modernized as the tip of the spear. Frozen gets active through the mid doors. A clash on both sides. Brokey picks up one, and it's the modernized difference maker with a double kill cap, but he's got to go scoop up that bomb. And while he does it, we're going to get Magis walking at Kerrigan here. He finds the better of the timing, catches Kerrigan off guard, and so the clutch falls into the hands of Rain. He's got a challenge on the cross. That'll stop Magis, but the modernized bomb cross now has eluded him.
It has been heard, it seems like, from Rain. He's just figuring out what the approach is going to be, and of course, with the bomb over there, he knows that he can start to run up on this 1v2 situation.
Separate duels. If modernized ever pops up, no reason to really. Actually, where Magis gets, he doesn't have the angle cross. Yeah, there's his movement. So just to confirm it, Rain is here and trying to slide upwards. Tagged twice and bottled by modernized. Nice triple kill out of him for the pistol. Now, I know they didn't walk away with the win, but you know what that TeSS performance reminded me of in Australia? It was Magisk back in Shanghai for the major champion win. I was just thinking to myself, like, when the third piece or the fourth piece could step up to that pedigree, Falcons are so clearly in a good place now.
Yeah, that's a weird one because he has recently actually dipped down again, like you're mentioning. But we saw at the end of like 2024, TeSS was one of the best players on the team for a good amount of time. And I mean, obviously, we don't know what happens in the future, but
good flash.
But right now, it's a good move out of Falcons to get back to 5v4.
May have lost Nico out of the gates.
It's a perfect response, though, from FaZe. They still got 2 and B, and Alicia's flanking
runs
from the top of mid.
Oh, man. Did he rush that? Tries to make it happen on his own. Luckily for him, Brokey's going to pick up a bit of slack as we hit 40 seconds. A little back and forth from the Falcons' movement off catwalk. They've opted to go out through middle as the smoke goes down yet again. You've got Rain just locked in behind boxes. TeSS playing with his pieces as he moves up, but he still recovers in time. And Frozen in anticipation drops that frag. Good MP9 jump for damage. Scout watching the doorway. Oh, it's a tough challenge, and they've managed to get into the bomb site, but they're also both sitting in a very killable position if Brokey wants to go above and beyond at the start of this game. With Scout in hand, and 2 tagged Danes ahead.
They're in a perfectly tradable position. This should be unlosable here for the Falcons.
Should be. Brokey approaches, and that back Xbox player just still trying to take a glimpse towards door. Brokey trying to decide which way he wants to come in. Doesn't have a kit for the defuse. The time is starting to really decide his future in this one. Missed no scope, and that's going to be the tragedy that is Falcons. Good conversion as they lost the first player, and a nice early step up from Magisk.
Yeah, man. He is a monster right now in terms of fragging IGLs.
Just going to drop some more utility off catwalk. We get this modernized-Nico duo walking out through middle. Smokes covering a Lige for the time being, but he's going to come down into spawn. Gets caught out. Ooh, dirty spray from Nico, and not in the good way. Luckily, the kill gets finished off by Kicksand. Frozen burns from beyond the grave. TeSS gets his off the flames. 12 seconds.
Go.
And they are going to try to push this up catwalk, but the instant kills that come through buy them just enough time.
No way. It was done with 1 frag back.
How about we call it calculated?
Jeez, they had no other option. They would not have run up Cat in that spot if they had an extra 20 seconds. And the flash, well, it was beautiful, but the snapback is even better here for Rain.
Kicksand hits the dirt. You've still got ample time here for Rain, but no kit. Doesn't like it. Utility to get him out. Feels unlikely. He'll concede this. We go 4-0 start for Falcons.
It's a setup win for FaZe. I mean, they're in a great position to punish that last second adjustment up Cat. Slightest bit of indecision last round. Should have been a nice warning that they need to keep things speedy. Alicia in a good spot. If he hits the shot to get this in, Nico dies.
Good spam down to finish it. Brokey's scout to be known just on the other side of smoke.
Double long push, man. This B site is a little vulnerable at the moment, but it looks like they haven't made the choice to split B.
Oh, we saw Lige attack from the same flank and just not find his kill. We'll see if the timing of the climb up can be caught. Kicksand's holding it. He just turns at the perfect moment for Frozen to strike instead. Down to 20. We go once again playing with this clock, but Falcons still have enough pace and enough space to move this forward and plant for Cat if needed. Magis does enough to pressure them onto the long corner. He can continue to hold the angle if he wants, but he looks the wrong direction, and that's a chance for Rain to strike. TeSS swings, dead. Kicksand to the clutch, 20 health. Not ideal. Surrounded with a scope up. They buy their time, and Frozen strikes instead. It's FaZe with lesser weapons to find their first.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward moment there for Magis. Could have fought towards wind going in. You're not going to get tired once you hit it. You're going to feel invigorated and feel like it's possible. I mean, they could replicate what they did at Shanghai and back at Copenhagen at the first major, but like, how likely is that? They continue to lose in between so much.
Nice hold. Kerrigan from the pit gets his. Elige swings off the flash. Oh, nicely done to finish off TeSeS. Wow. He's lucky that damage there from Frozen helped out. And so suddenly this one stalls for a second. Kerrigan, his double kill towards Long now, forces modernized into a 1v4 at 20 seconds. He's got Elige locked into Goose. That one made easy. You know Kerrigan's deep down in pit. You don't know about the others. He's got time to check for the CT push. Now he's got a plant. And as he does so, there's a chance for Rain to strike, but he's waiting. That second layer of cat play now gets into position. modernized softened up, Rain hits the headshot with it, and Falcons have faltered a second time in a row here. FaZe Clan and trying to tap into the form for the majors and the motivation for the majors. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's also the Austin major in the United States with one of the all-time favorite American players of Counter-Strike history.
Yeah, so I was really hoping to see a FaZe versus Complexity grand final. Even with Ray coming out of the doors, he'll still be able to get vision. It's a solid spot here for Frozen, but there's some pressure on him.
It's fine. He'll deliver the first. Finishes off the health of TeSeS. Oh, Deagle kills.
Wow, what a shot.
Kickstand and modernized connect, but at the same time, you've got the car player down to low. Nico takes time with it. Finishes off Elige. 3 body shots enough. And that is a kill apiece from Kickstand, TeSeS, modernized, Nico. Damn. Perfect here for Falcons. Single AK round. And they're going to rob it away from FaZe.
Uh-oh, and Brokey's now in danger too, off in hand, and he goes down to a Deagle on top of that. Oof. And they are sensing the cat split come down.
Just utility to hold it back. Fire to make it awkward. Nico doesn't round the smoke just yet. We hit 30 seconds. Frag grenade's gonna find its home. Oh, look at that damage. Elige rips some flesh off Bone. Still able to get into the corner of the cross. Elige just found a little pocket on the ramp. Flash above him to try to fight. We hit 15 seconds, still 5v5, and Bomb will go down.
Frozen has the last piece of utility. It's an incendiary.
Elige can't find the mark through the spam until Kickstand traded out after the single kill to Brokey. A little awkward here between TeSeS and modernized. It's allowed for Frozen to step up from spawn, and they anticipate that. He sends a few bullets through. modernized sends one back.
Yeah, position revealed.
Lethal. We'll get this climb up from Rain. His head could be on a platter, though, for Nico. Oh, fast one out of Rain. Time to kills quick. You get the retake in still from top ramp. The boost denies it. And so Frozen turned away with no kit, no time, and no chance at a third round win. Saves the op as Falcons nab a 6.
It's a situation where a lot happens in this round and a lot of ways to actually win it back. But the first issue is, again, Brokey missing.
And it may end up being one of the better chances at the tail end of the half. Money is dwindling here for FaZe. Brokey got tagged through the door at the start of all of this, so his op's going to be made difficult. Elige will find Kickstand, though, somehow, some way. Good angle from Catwalk. We saw him holding those headshot angles. Brokey ends up killing TeSeS in the mid-hold. Excuse me, deep tunnels kill. And so this one gets turned back to Elige, who's going to try to find a second Deagle kill on the round. Missed shot this time, 2 players out. Famas connecting, though. Rain, good damage. Magis gets it back. Elige on a reload, calling for that rotation over. It's confirmation of the last 2 players. Magis getting spammed down, and Elige is finding his. 25 seconds, all they still need. FaZe will find that third, as the cat to A site this time doesn't pan out to the Falcons' favor.
Well, has been an affinity for cat here for the Falcons. Yeah, he likes repeating, so it's definitely his style.
And when he feels like there's a crack, he will try to shove himself through it. Has done so here, and reads that Kerrigan's back on those similar positions. Tucks perfectly under Brokey, who still finds the headshot. Now it's Elige's chance. The fact the player on site's gone down will keep him honest. He tucks back into CT spawn. He's got a nade to his name.
Yeah, okay. Didn't go over the railing. They can scoop that back up, and this is where it's always been good for Falcons, but this one kill.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't get the shot off.
Brokey, tough one to be in with only like 7 points of health.
And missed the nade.
And not planting for Cat, so Elige low health has to wait for the Catwalk players to come forward. Modernized sees all of this as a chance to reposition. But Elige comes through with another second critical kill. You get Magisk on the ramp holding on. Elige jumping up, has spotted him, has figured out the positioning, never showed himself over to Nico either. And so Elige ends up getting an MVP moment in this round.
And you can see the active moves in the right direction in that way. Way more responsible gameplay.
Right.
Same good aim. Woo. Wow, same good aim.
Brokey kicking it up a notch here at the tail end of the half.
Absolutely.
That round, we see FaZe pull off A side at the wrong time. It felt like they were worried about this sort of a door hit. Kerrigan doesn't overdo the utility just yet. It looks like he's going to expose him at the right time. That'll get them to stall for a second. He tries to chase down Magisk, loses the fight. We've got Rain, we've got Frozen. 2 players inside B trying to hold off, but with no tunnel control, he keeps it locked in on the platform, turns over towards window, now a chance. TeSeS, just gets popped. Frozen, great job of keeping his head down to hold, and FaZe with a late half answer.
We're here to find out if FaZe can actually close or come back into this map, because now it seems competitive.
We get the head tuck on site in modernized. Berettas pop up. Insta-kill here. Good helping hand from Elige as Rain collects first blood in the second pistol. Kerrigan finds TeSeS. Man advantage now for FaZe. And the teams look to split pistols at this point. But Magisk has other ideas. We saw one of the better plays and he has offered in recent times on this A site in a pistol, but that one gets swept up. And we've got now, again, FaZe in the driver's seat, but a creepy Kixan tries to crawl forward. Kerrigan ends up getting the better of it, and Nico, again, haven't had to speak of him. Looks for a way to pull this one apart. Doesn't look likely. FaZe, just let him walk out of it. He'll find his one. The trade's right there. FaZe closed the gap with a second pistol win, and so now we talk about 4 of the last 5 rounds.
Yeah, this is looking like a real game suddenly for FaZe. This one's now up in the air. And you brought up Nico a few times now. At first it didn't matter because they were up 4-1.
See what that Deagle's capable of. TeSeS kicks it off. Deagle for the element of surprise. He swings, he spams, he gets himself the one, and Magisk just combining perfectly with the tunnel's push. Team Falcons take control of the situation. A force by victory. And I mean, look how much this round has been funded by FaZe. We get 2 Galils and the AK-47 for Falcons. Nade again is just perfection.
And with the kill, it's not unconfirmed. They have a lot that they've learned off of that.
Modernized hears it coming. Galil ready to go. And we get the answer back from Brokey. Deep angle for TeSeS to play off of, but sitting at 45 health, maybe he wants to give them a little more space. Keeps himself alive. And the CT retake about to get going. They're gonna have to inch their way upwards though. And as they do that, shots continue to rattle out from Brokey. He's losing his teammates. He's found a better gun. He gets himself an additional kill. There's the last man standing in Rain, who is softened up, pelted by those frag grenades. And so we said we didn't have to talk about Nico. He is suddenly right up there. Double digits kills, 10 and 10 with another triple in this one. Had a chance to get revenge right here, right now in Copenhagen.
I mean, nothing will wake you up like that, you know, more than caffeine.
Modernized dives behind box, gets chased down. Kicks in.
He got that?
Insta trade back, goes for seconds into the top of tunnels. Down goes Rain. And so Kixan reminds us what he's capable of. He has found free movement to escape. He will go join Magisk on the B site, and FaZe will have to play catch up 2v4. There it is. A killer of an in-game leader.
Yeah. And that's, like you mentioned, his fragging as an in-game leader. It's even another parallel to Glaive when he was at his peak. Calling, he was also a top 10 rifler.
TeSeS leans back in anticipation and scoops up the first one with ease. Trade frag back from Brokey, sure, but caught with nades in hand. There's the close out of Nico, and majority alive Falcons with a 5-round lead. Again, they try to keep it quiet. We hit 45 seconds and still no CT to really shoot down. Kixan awaiting, gets insta-pop from Elige. Nice kill on his behalf. Magisk, tough one as he's surrounded. Elige, the only moment of hope here for FaZe. He's trying to run this bomb up. He continues to get pressure offered over. Modernized continues to collect kills. That's all 3 frags back from Modernized so far. And FaZe find themselves 2 players strong in sight. This is the duo they wanted.
With the double op scope, it felt like he didn't see that cross. We'll see.
Modernized and Nico to close out versus a FaZe with bomb ticking. Nice. Nico's approach is cautious. Fire beyond the hold of Frozen. Flusters him somewhat. Nico's gonna swing out, kill him. From backside comes Elige. 3 kills to his name. Modernized the same, but he'll go one step better. 21 frags for the kid. 13-6 for Falcons. And a statement that continues to put a gap between them, the #1 challengers, and the rest of the pack here in Copenhagen. And doesn't have to be somebody, I think, that like contributes as much on the T sides. Like, I just love a Nico defense. Immovable on his best days. Ooh, Kixan's gonna get popped here by Brokey. Nico double off the pistol. So he'll start the CT endeavor well. And that gives a little timing here for Magisk, who's a bit concerned about middle. Has a reason to be.
Yeah, he's also just got a great spot in Donut.
Now Falcons come flood forward through mid, confirming his flank is clear. That's going to free him up to go forward. They're not going to stop the bomb plant. Things could still get a little weird now, but Elige gets his head popped by TeSeS, and that is 4 players just charging down Frozen. A P250 muted. Triple kill for Nico in the pistol. Bodes well for the Falcons start. Elige makes quick work of the crossover, finds nothing out middle. You know there's that looming threat of the duo we just saw, Nico and m0NESY, but right now both of them allocated to the red room. What this is a good timing up ramp. They try to keep it quiet. Kixan instead finds Kerrigan with head turn. Good wide swing out from Rain to make up for that. And so man advantage canceled out. TeSeS is surrounded and softened up. Great frag grenade damage. And Rain almost exposed to what will be the 2 players retaking from CT. Elige is dead. That's Nico retaking in from mid. Opens up TeSeS to turn attention back to site. A smoke on short side. And now an extra layer for the cave retake to come through. Bombs beyond the halfway point. You've still got Brokey facing the smoke, waiting. Rain gets his chance at second servings. The jump over makes it weird. Brokey down. Nico in with critical kills. TeSeS on top of bomb. Both the other players low, but low is still enough.
Oh man, they do it. Such low time on that diffuse. The smoke could definitely be bad for the T side if Nico wants to try to abuse it.
T's put down another one in front of m0NESY. There it is, his chance to strike. Seems wary of this push, and now confirmed. Elige spotted out. Still able to gun one down. And that'll be a chance to pick up a weapon. m0NESY, quick move back. Nobody actually pouncing on him. Brokey gets a deep angle headshot into CT spawn. And now, do they contest the bomb plant? Yes, indeed. Rain's cover, not enough. TeSeS trades right back. And you know Rain's back here on half health versus 2. CTs need to be split with him in the middle. And the bomb's on the corner of the site. He'll slow this down at a minute. Why not?
They really trust their positions, and they know when they've got a good one. Rain's got to pick this out, but
m0NESY scoped.
Rocking a hard place.
Ooh, missed shot though, puts him down to 1 health. If not for 1 HP, then suddenly this 1v1 feels locked in. There's a certainty to Rain at the moment, but he exposes just a little.
Rain's always the one to come out ahead on those spams.
Not this time. I mean, you sign up for it as well. Like, you're willing to take a couple body shots. The fact it's this like trailing dink.
So util decisions right now that matter the most.
m0NESY versus Elige. Easy pickup for the offer. TeSeS, though, gets popped in the process. m0NESY missed shot. Still alive. And this time, low health. Not enough for him to collect another. So man advantage post-plant here for FaZe Clan. A couple utilities to be disruptive on the retake. But it looks like Falcons are still poising themselves to give this one a challenge. A little posturing going on, and great damage early. More utility just rains over top. You got Brokey along the wall, but Kerrigan swaps onto m0NESY's AWP. And that's going to be costly for Kixan. Not to mention Brokey, deep peek to Nico. Magisk, the sole survivor. FaZe have found their first.
Kerrigan up, baby. That was the key. Low HP bars, but FaZe kept a lot of numbers. This round's pretty simplistic in terms of the group up towards the top of Banana, but what it comes down to is m0NESY hits his shot, but TeSeS dies without a kill.
All the deterrents offered so far, really just in the form of Magisk, that dink and the nade that followed.
It's kind of a weird move. It's just like doesn't feel very powerful from Falcons, so to speak. Look how close they are to breaching this B site now.
Rain versus an MP9 on long.
They see them playing retake.
TeSeS going to be worried about the cave exit. Kixan's going to, oh my, cave, bad timing, luckily. That element of surprise still saves him. SMG doesn't finish the job. Nico will. Magisk finishes Frozen. That's that flank going down towards elbow. Oh, but while they may have been corralled inside of the B site, Rain gets the difference maker to keep man advantage in FaZe's hands.
I'm happy for him because, oh my gosh, he almost just died after holding an angle for 15 seconds.
Falcons were in such a good opening position this round. Still enough to go for the retake, of course. m0NESY kit on his belt.
Smoke's actually a little awkward.
He tags him inside of that smoke. We're beyond the halfway point now. m0NESY's going to have to tap it to try to elicit a reaction. Rain comes up from ramp, collects the first kill. m0NESY bested by Brokey, and FaZe tie this game up. That felt like Falcons for the taking. Kerrigan into mid, catches a bullet from Nico. And very quickly, FaZe know what they want this round. They're going to try to flood into this A site. Pressure is on. m0NESY finds that second layer of success out mid. And there's not much they can really do to stop bomb from going down. Fire does a good job of covering off the attack, the untimely attack. The inevitable retake still being queued up here. Spam fight from Elige. Doesn't end up connecting, so he'll take up a post plant in the middle of the pack. Doesn't feel like a lot of comfortable positionings here for FaZe, but Brokey to try to hang on as this inevitable donut play comes through. Utility flushes him off of his chosen position. Still now behind the big box. It's a Brokey 1v4. First one's found. Pressure's on. Second shot's good.
No!
Third from Brokey. But the fourth is elusive.
That was close, Brokey. Really turned it up right there. Nice try, but Nico's 15th in the round is all that Falcons care about.
They flush him back. We've seen TeSeS caught by that molly and then killed by it. The follow-up attack, that is. Oh, again, they're going to try this little creepy walk-up timing from Kerrigan. Just gets Modesty done and dusted. And it's a single out of Kicksam, but here comes that third layer of the B-site defense. Brokey just waiting on this angle, now has an M4 in his face. Doesn't give a damn. Tech9 to the head of TeSeS. Magisk and Nico. And he falls back. It had gone unnoticed. Brokey is not going to miss this chance. Under pressure again in back-to-back moments. Nico's been found out by the jump up of Elige.
I mean, throwing the smoke and then fighting down the ramp. That was literally telling someone that you were going to punch and then throwing it. So, Brokey, shot miss. Nope, 1v3 this time here for Nico. FaZe will pick up this round.
This M4 on the field feels deadly with Nico's form. 15 kills to his name, trying to slide up, catches Frozen, looking to clear back Donut. Brokey bested. It's the Nico show on his own. TeSeS looks to come help, but no help needed. Triple kill for Nico again. 18 and 6 on the half. Total toppage from him, and that's going to tie things up at 6 a pop. So Nico trying to keep the team in it, but he does well on the CT sides. It's the attack up next, where the questions lie.
Last half, so I'm pretty undecided. I think 6-6 is a good place for me to be. Let's see what happens here on this pistol.
Right. Didn't feel like a decisive half, and that's why we sit here, ready to keep watching. Nico will continue early. Woo! Double headshot from the Glock. Total cave control, single-handedly from him. Let's put a bow on this one, shall we?
Yeah, might be over before it begins. Maybe if Elige can hit one zinger, then we're in business.
No.
But no, it'll be Nico with 3.
Okay, feels like the sky is starting to become the limit for him. 21 and 6. And at a 6-6 scoreline as well. That means still plenty of runway for him to continue to collect these kills. And Rain tries to do the same on site. Looking to make it costly. Okay, that is 4 kills for Rain.
He's so close to it. Does he have a kit?
Doesn't have a kit.
No. Oh my gosh, Nico has
Ace?
to run. Let's go for it, Rain.
Huh?
One between the eyes.
4 kills each way, and everybody dies.
Wow, if he had a kit, he actually won. It was really hot when I was picturing it. All right, Kerrigan, hold of your damn life right here. Oh, maybe it won't just be about Kerrigan, actually.
Yeah.
That's huge. Look at the rotations now. Kerrigan said, help me.
He dropped this smoke, right? Kerrigan dropped this. Delayed the ramp hit a little longer. Rain's Desert Eagle collecting one as well is good because Elige is now on an angle to fight. That is 2 kills from the single M4. They saved it in the round prior. It is now bested by Magisk instead. Hits the dirt.
Big game for Magisk here today.
Frozen finds the gun. AK in hand. Catches them off guard with the double. And so that gun that didn't get into the action 1 round prior wins it here in the 15th. I always wondered at what point, you know, Kerrigan probably says that he plays.
Does it get old?
No, he like plays for these kinds of games, right?
Yeah.
Those FaZe classics. It's what he lives for. But I think one day he's just gonna snap.
I think he's just going to become an adrenaline junkie one day and just master jumping out of airplanes or something.
He'll never be able to retire. And I'm all for it. Oof.
What?
Check him, PC.
That's a message.
Perfect timing on the cross spam.
But they're tying him up in an awkward way. It's firmly 2 now on B site. Rain can't really move until his A teammates rotate over. A lot of emphasis on these shots, and Brokey delivers.
Not missing at the moment. Neither's Rain. Insta-kill on Magisk because he tries to peek down in through Red Room, and so Kicksan 1v5. I don't think so. Kerrigan queued up to finish. We got a flawless round out of FaZe, plus a double kill to Kerrigan. No denying the best performing player is still Nico, but cooling off. Oh, awkward timing. Still recovers it, at least. And you've got Elige, whose sprays are great to contain the situation. Quad kill for him. Pad those stats as FaZe go to the 9-8 lead.
Yeah, that's his warm-up routine right there.
Not much more you can do if you're frozen there. Kind of shake it off. The fact they found timing on your nade pullout. Here comes Kicksan trying to charge down the entry. Challenge from Red Room out of Elige. You may have some footing out middle, but it's a real contest offered back from the American.
It's a similar situation to the round where FaZe just cleaned up 5 alive.
This time, though, FaZe trying to be a bit more proactive with this push out into the temple.
Bomb survives.
Ultimately puts Kerrigan.
That was a very risky duel from Tessus.
Rain, though, next corner. Will they expect a second one this close? Tessus very cautious with it, not able to win the fight, though. Rain trying to be the counterpart to Nico's rifle success, hanging on. His teammates connecting kills, but still the threat is here. Man advantage FaZe, 40 seconds. modernized with bomb, waits a second. And Elige kind of flashed off awkwardly, but fine. So be it. Connects for the second.
Gonna need better flashes than that. My man, Elige just popping off. That's 10.
Kickstand 4 and 14. Tessus 6 and 12. They're gonna try their hand again early into 10. Oh, Kerrigan gives a gun over to Tessus. Not what you want to be offering them.
Worst moment. You just had him really scared.
It's all 5 players of Falcons with Kevlar as well. Tessus enough health to hang on to that M4 by the looks of it. You've still got 2 smoke grenades as well, so they could go into a simple execute, try to blanket off any potential rotates. Maybe that is why FaZe look to be signing up for a bit of a ramp fight instead. Spotted, dinked, Kickstand activates, all too easy between him and Magisk. And Magisk was hitting those headshots like through that obelisk ramp gap. Kickstand gets a little crazy though for my liking. Tries to charge through that smoke. You gotta be careful as to not throw back what could still be a retake, despite weapons in hand for the players on Falcons. And just when FaZe start to have this lead, Tech9s look to break through. But still, high potential for the retake. Rain's got you locked into the corner. If Elige was able to win the duel on site, then maybe. Rain, he's got a tall order ahead of him. Tries to push this onto the site. It's going to force them to activate. He's worried about ramp. They send bodies out from the cave, and he's finding damage all over the board here. Time is against him, and he's going to get gunned down by Tessus, who started this with the kill, or the follow-through, rather, from the temple push.
Yeah, I mean, Kerrigan's going to be beating himself up about this. They decided to run it down in the cave, just take any fight they could.
Cuts that lead down to 1, not to mention boosts the economy here at Falcons. Nico again looking for impact, but he's the first victim instead, Elige.
Perfect flashes.
Good fights on mid for the FaZe clan.
He just wanted to dip out of that smoke after dodging 1 flash and just take a duel, but a second one came in. Excellent support for Elige.
That's different.
Off in cave, yeah, it's different. This will obviously be heard by everybody.
Not only does he flash himself, but then his smoke misses because of it. He was hoping to smoke off that potential B rotate. If no deaths happen on A, then Falcons really don't have a chance regardless, but still.
The structure coming apart a little bit, right, for Falcons.
Ooh, but that makes up for it. Still, the CTs now in spawn would have otherwise been smoked off, so we have to remember that error that Tessus has made. The fact he reignites the possibility, though, we'll see if it all pans out. You've got modernized full health. You've got a much removed Rain at the moment. Brokey on this line already. Oh, modernized! Double kill as Kerrigan goes jumping back into the crosshair. Tess has 2 critical kills to open this, but the third ties the game.
A full house 2v5 here for Falcons. Dug themselves into a bit of a pit right now.
Ooh, missed shot for Brokey. I hate those words, but walks into the scope of modernized, who is in anticipation of him, plus the smoke towards Rain, but we get a bit of a grace here offered over back to FaZe Clan. Spam is good. Oh, he survives on 1 health. No way.
There's not a lot of utility. We're talking a single smoke here on Elige.
Frag for Frozen. Could maybe finish Magisk if he gets lucky. Opper there towards top ramp, and modernized waiting for that retake attempt. Now he misses as well, but he immediately follows up with a second attempt. He's got Nico along that forward wall, and then modernized recovers after a single whiff. Oh, Falcons securing 12 rounds off that. modernized triple kill as Brokey steps into him. Brokey, who had a chance at the first op kill of the round.
Yes. What a comeback here from Falcons. Man, they've made it happen. A very confident looking Dust 2 on both halves. A competitive, much more competitive FaZe here on Ancient. They have no plans to do anything else. And FaZe, I think they half know this, but they don't have the resources to answer back on other parts of the map. They can't push A main in good conscience.
They don't even have the guns to spam these walls back.
Yeah.
It's MP9s and a Mag 7 plus a Deagle versus AKs. All they can do is sit in safe positions, cross their toes, and wait. And Kickstand finds first blood with that Red Room kill on Frozen. This Mag 7 could end up being the hero of holding cave, but bombs inbound from ramp instead. and they find it in transition. A little uncertainty. Shotgun's still good for its one, but it's the only thing that holds, and it doesn't hold long enough. A Falcons T-side off of a grueling 2 versus 5 situation. They never look in the rearview mirror, and Falcons run away with the close. 13-10 on Ancient. FaZe Clan put to bed in the opening bout of Falcons, who want to make this run deep into playoffs to take a swing at the near untouchable vitality yet again. That is what's in their sights with this easy first opening game.